Target. Not only did my people say it's a no, my people say it's a hell no. Yesterday, Pastor Jamal Bryant gave an update in a press conference regarding the Target boycott. Two people that were there with him was Tamika Mallory and Nina Turner. And baby, when Nina Turner graced the screen, I was like, why she here, Ike? Why she here? Now listen, Pastor Jamal Bryant, I could give some respect to. He took a leadership role when it came to this Target boycott. Someone that Target could reach out to, someone who can deliver the demands. I can give Pastor Jamal Bryant the respect for that. Where Tamika Mallory came from and Nina Turner, I have no idea. I don't know much about Tamika Mallory. I know she is an activist that was out there with Shaun King, and I don't have a high level respect for Shaun King. Nina Turner, what I know about Nina Turner is from the political space, and I've done some videos on Nina Turner. If Nina Turner and I were in a room together, she would be on one side and I would be on the other. I want nothing to do with Nina Turner because of the company that she keeps in the political space. She runs around with Jank and the people from the Young Turks. Y'all know how I feel about the Young Turks. She is cozied up to the cicada, the political cicada, Jill Stein. Y'all know how I feel about Jill Stein. Jill Stein comes out of her hole every 4 years to cause problems for the Democrats. Whenever I see Nina Turner trending over there on the Twitter streets or in the Twitter streets, it's because she's over there talking shit about Democrats. Nina Turner does more talking shit about Democrats than she does about Republicans. So yeah, I don't want to have no conversations with Nina Turner. If we are in the same room together, she would be over there and I would be fucking over here. That's how I feel about Nina Turner. So how these two women became involved to provide leadership to the Target boycott, I have no idea. Furthermore, they were nowhere around when this boycott jumped off. This boycott jumped off when Target announced that they were removing DEI, and it was jumped off by the collective of the 92%. Period. These people were nowhere in thought. These people were nowhere around. So, again, I could give respect to Pastor Jamal Bryant for the leadership that he provided regarding this boycott, for being someone that the corporation could reach out to, for being someone that could list out the demands and articulate those demands to the corporation. He jumped on early in the boycott, but he didn't start the boycott. Let's be clear about that. Anywho, like I said, Pastor Jamal Bryant and the two other women gave a press conference with an update in regards to the Target boycott. They were letting us know that the Target boycott after 400 days has come to an end. Yeah. According to the 92%, even the 78%, no, the boycott continues. But I tuned in to the boycott, to Pastor Jamal Bryant's portion of the boycott, because he was delivering intangibles. He was giving numbers as to what Target has done to try to win back their Black shoppers. And so this is the information that was delivered by Pastor Jamal Bryant during that press conference. Okay, So it's supposed to total all that we are supposed to be getting, totals $2 billion, right? It's supposed to be a $2 billion investment. And here's what's included in that. $100 million will go towards grants and scholarships for Black small businesses. $10 million has gone to Pencil Lewis College, which was in danger of closing. And so Target stepped up because they were negotiating things for Target to do as it relates to HBCUs. And so Target stepped up with a $10 million donation to Pencil Lewis College in Detroit, which is supposed to be an HBCU. I've never heard of this college. Y'all let me know your thoughts about it down below. $18 million is supposed to go to the United Negro College Fund. Listen, I've been hearing about the United Negro College Fund since I was this high. Okay. And I've seen all of the commercials. I know all that they claim to do as far as giving scholarships to Black college students all across the United States. I just don't know anybody. I don't know any Black somebody that has ever gotten a scholarship from the United Negro College Fund. I'm not saying that they haven't given scholarships. I'm saying I don't know anybody who was in need of a scholarship to attend a HBCU or a college or a university. I don't know anybody who has received a scholarship from the United Negro College Fund. But Target is supposed to be giving $18 million to the United Negro College Fund. 13% of Target's board is now minority. Minority. Not just Black, but minority. And so when they say minority, that includes other POC groups. I want to know what percentage of the board is Black American. That's what I want to know. But 13% of Target's board is now minority. That could be Latino, that could be Asian, that could be African. Yeah. It is being, Pastor Jamal Bryant said that the DEI program is now being rolled over into the belonging program. Now, when Target first announced that they were getting rid of DEI, and I did my research, I read about the belonging program. And what I read about the belonging program, I said, oh, this is DEI. They just changed the name of it. That's what I took from it. However, I further learned that a lot of the small business programs that they were providing to Black businesses, that was an integral part of their DEI program, and that is no longer a part of the belonging program. But I want to revert back to what the $100 million that's supposed to be given to grants and scholarships for Black small businesses. Okay. Pastor Jamal Bryant said that Target, that they brought up the fact that 300,000 Black women have left the job force or have been forced out of their jobs since Donald Trump has taken office. That number has gone up. I believe it's over 400,000 now. And so Target has pledged to put the 92% in different positions all across Target's job force. They also have pledged to offer internships, other things like resume writing. They have pledged to help Black women get back into the workforce. I don't know if that's new. For some reason, I feel like that was already a part of Target's goals for the community in general. And the last thing that I caught, because like I said, I came in on Pastor Jamal Bryant's portion of the press conference. I don't know what was discussed prior to that, but the last thing that was asked of Target was to partner with a Black bank. And Target is to partner with that Black bank to offer to help Black people accumulate generational wealth, whether that is through investments or home ownership. And Target is pledging to do that. They have tried, they have been looking into some Black banks. Specifically mentioned was Citizens Trust Bank here in Georgia. And so, yeah, there's a lot of things that go into a major corporation like Target. They need to partner with a bank that can provide provide the corporation with the services that they need. And so Citizens Trust Bank was mentioned. I have a small account with Citizens Trust Bank, a Black bank here in the state of Georgia. So, yeah, those were the tangibles that Pastor Jamal Bryant gave. There was no indication if these things had been met. I'm assuming that these things have been met, being that Pastor Jamal Bryant listed these off. He specifically stated that Target was still working on partnering with a Black bank. With all of that said, I made a post with all of the information out there, and Target, it looks like that's not enough. My people say you started this battle unprovoked. And the reason why we specifically went after you is because you, like Pastor Jamal Bryant said, you were invited to the cookout. You were at all of our cookouts. Black people partnered with you because you were partnering with Black people in the community. And then you slapped Black people in the face to side with racism and white supremacy and boldly announced that, yeah, we cutting DEI. That's what you did. And that severed ties with the Black community. And once you sever ties with the Black community, it's hard. It's hard to come back. And so my Black people say, nah, first of all, it took you too long. It took you too long to come to the table. You played too many games in coming to the table. You thought Black people was playing. And Black people said, well, we could show you better than we can tell you. Yeah. I don't see a public apology anywhere coming from Target. I don't even see a major announcement coming from Target stating that Target has heard the Black community and these are the things that we are doing for and with the Black community. You made no major announcement. And so, yeah, I don't know. What else you got? Black people say that ain't enough. And Black people say because it took you too long, the disrespect will not be tolerated and they ain't coming back. Now, since that announcement, and Black people all over the internet was like, nah, this ain't happening. We ain't coming back. Nina Turner and Tamika Mallory had some follow-up things to say out there on social media. Tamika Mallory made an updated post over on Instagram, and here's what she said in that post. Family, later today, I will join Roland Martin live to discuss today's updates on the Target fast and our communication with Target CEO and executives. However, I want to be clear. As I see stories developing, it was announced today that the Target fast has concluded. The fast was a specific campaign led by clergy and community leaders that we extended for more than 400 days. Even at our press conference today, I spoke about Target's refusal to publicly acknowledge the harm caused to the Black community. I raised this directly with Target CEO Michael Fidelecki when we met, and I raised it again this afternoon. To date, that public apology has not happened. The only acknowledgement has been an internal statement to staff. I continue to wonder why there is such resistance to apologizing to the Black community. This is a key issue for me. That said, the work of holding corporations accountable, including Target, continues. I do not believe that anyone group can call off a grassroots-led boycott, and I personally will not be returning to Target. There are groups and organizers in Minneapolis, Washington, D.C., and other cities across the country that are continuing the boycott. I am in solidarity with them all. Again, I don't know how Tamika Mallory got into the mix. I don't know, but yeah, she and I are on the same page when it comes to there's not even an apology. There's not even an acknowledgement. That yeah. Yeah, and that's problematic for me too. I went on over there to Nina Turner over on Twitter, and this is what she had to say. I'm not going back to Target, and you shouldn't either. It's just stupid to me. It's stupid. I went on over there to Pastor Jamal Bryant's. I didn't see any follow-up to the press conference posted by him, but they called this press conference to end the boycott. And then after Black people said, we ain't going back, this ain't enough, loudly and boldly all over social media, then they come out with these updates. I didn't watch Tamika Mallory on Roland Martin. I'm not, because I'm not going to watch it because it's not going to move me one way or the other. I'm not going back to Target. I'm not going back to Target. Target spat in our faces. And so when people are asking, well, what's the difference? Why are we going so hard at Target? It's because Target rose up as a leader in partnering with Black people and the Black community, and they did that for years. It was a relationship. It was a give and take. Like I said, like Pastor Jamal said, they were at all of our cookouts. And then they spat in our face to side with white supremacy and Donald Trump and his administration. And yeah, I don't think there will ever be any coming back from that when it comes to Black people. That's all I got, y'all. Y'all let me know your thoughts. Are you going back to Target? I mean, no judgment for me. If you go back to Target, that is your choice. But the boycott continues over here. What the majority of the 92% and the 78% goes for me, I'm rolling with them. I'm rolling with them. And they say they ain't going back. I ain't going back. I'll see y'all later.